What a beginning.
You see that shit, dude?
That was nice. I don't hear the music though, but
You don't hear the music?
I'm not
Son of a
seeing it,
bitch.
but I like the
It's going, man. It is going.
This is where we're live. We're rocking and rolling. We got a Kyle Orton jersey over there.
Kyle Orton. Before all the haters come in and yell at me, you really
turn the back. So it's a Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it's a
jersey.
Caleb Williams. I don't gotta show it, but I don't know if you can even see it.
You can't. There's good. There it is. You can see it. There's a little Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, before all the haters say you really got a Caleb Williams jersey after he threw for what, 60 yards, 70 yards?
93.
93. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, what's this jump right into it, Jimmy G? This podcast sucks where we talk about the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, for real. No, we've always been waiting for the Bears. We told you guys from the start we were waiting for the Bears. It's finally here. It's not,
and boy, did they deliver.
Ish.
They delivered.
They about delivered how I thought they were going to deliver. You know what I mean? Okay, be honest. Did you think that offense was going to start off hot?
So my reaction to how this would go is way different than what it was heading towards.
Yeah.
If they lose that game as bad as they were trying to lose that game, my attitude would have been, Caleb, what the hell?
Your attitude would have been bashing Caleb?
But now it's growing pains because we won.
Yeah, I hate to say that I agree because I don't like being like that, but I think I agree.
I have absolutely nothing positive. I got one positive thing, I should say.
My Bears koozie I got from TJ's, local bar. Good old TJ's. It was a fun time, man.
It's all negative on the offense. So I got nothing positive to say. The only good thing to say about Caleb Williams is he did not turn over the ball. And that is a key reason why we won the game.
Yeah, for everyone going ham on Caleb right now, I get it. You know what I mean? Obviously, he was hyped up all offseason. That was my chair squeaking, by the way. I did not fart. I would claim my farts. Yeah, he looked nervous. Despite what he says about not getting nervous, he looked nervous. Now, offensive line absolutely shit the bed. Our center is a goddamn joke. Did you see him getting bull rushed?
It wasn't good.
Just absolutely plowed over. Didn't even give him a second of protection.
Yeah, that sack was awful. The ones where he did 3 spins and got sacked, but he had no time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, with that, got pressure, try to spin out of it like he does.
He'll learn eventually that
immediately after spinning out of it, I know everyone hates that play. Yeah, you got to get rid of it. But immediately after that first spin out, another defender immediately in his face.
Yeah, he needs
not much
slide,
you can do there.
But that's part of that part is a rookie play. And he'll learn from that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get rid of it before that first guy gets to you.
But he had no time. He panicked, and he was like, "Oh shoot!" And he's used to getting out of it. Yeah. These are NFL players.
Yeah, and I will say, Bill Belichick giving him shit about, he's not an accurate quarterback. I will say that held up week 1. Definitely was not
29. He was under 50%.
Definitely was not accurate.
But for the record,
the balls he was throwing was crazy.
Time rookie quarterbacks, none of them played very well.
No, none of them played well. I mean, that's not something I want to brag about, though. You know what I mean? I want ours to play
Bo
well.
Nix, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, none of them had.
I would probably say Daniels looked the best out of all of them.
His legs were better, I guess.
Yeah, but we expected him to be running it. Bo Nix.
All my locks weren't. None of my locks hit. So
Coward was saying that Nix looked the best, and I don't agree with that. I mean, if that's what you're going to say, you could say that Caleb looked the best because he didn't turn the ball over. You know what I mean? Nix turned it over.
He's the only one that won.
Yeah, true.
And he wasn't the worst quarterback in that game. Will Levis had the worst throw I think I've ever seen. What the hell was he doing?
Absolutely terrible. He looked more scared than Caleb did.
He was having a decent game with his checkdowns. He handed the game to us.
in his defense, that Bears defense is scary, dude.
Yeah, but I'm talking about he literally threw an underhand pass to nobody except Stevenson. He threw it right to Stevenson.
Oh yeah, 100%. You need to take that sack. You just need to take it.
No, just take it. You're winning. Your defense is playing spectacular.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you take that sack, you punt it, you pretty much hold the Bears to what they were doing that whole game, which was not moving the ball.
They were picking up a little steam, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen did drop Caleb's first career touchdown.
Keenan Allen dropped a touchdown. That one hurt a little bit. But in Keenan Allen's defense, Caleb also missed him wide open down the field. Threw it probably 20 yards over.
And in Caleb Williams' defense, Keenan Allen is a fat ass.
I'm not on board with that. I think that's all. I think that the route, dude, he was running good routes. He was getting open. He did get hot.
He started helping him get in.
He looked good out there. He looked like the
DJ Moore looked good.
I think sorry, go ahead.
I was pumped about Roma Dunze's elusiveness with that tip ball, and he went up and grabbed.
Oh my god, I know. When I saw it in the air, I'm like, oh, there's his first pick, and I saw Rome out of nowhere. I was like, holy shit!
Thank God. When I saw he was getting an MRI on his knee, I'm like, no, dude.
Yeah, and then we'll bring that up.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, don't do this.
I didn't even know he went out of that game.
Me neither. It was a shock. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was very late in the fourth that he came out. It was already when we took the lead. It was when Swift hurdled a guy. 4 minutes left.
A blocking play. That's the worst one to get down on.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the play that the one. I know what you're talking about, but when he came out of the game, he already had that play happen where he got hurt. But yeah, man, I'm happy. It seems like it's just a slight sprain. From what I heard, possibly 1 to 2 weeks. But obviously he's getting a second opinion. So we'll see.
He may not miss a game, but I'd hold him out.
Yes, for everyone listening, I'm not breaking new news to anybody here. This is solely me saying that there's no way that he's not going to miss at least 1 week. If he doesn't, great.
But it was best case scenario. Everyone said it was the best case scenario that this
Yeah. I mean, unlike the other side of town where Jordan Love had a accident over there.
That was also a best case scenario
for Packers. Yeah, for sure. I saw your post. You want to get into that? About
no, I want to just. I'll get into that in a second.
Dude, you jumped the gun so quick. I had some people come up to me at the bar, and I forget now because I was highly intoxicated that day. But I had some people at the bar come up to me and tell me how crazy some of your takes are.
My takes.
I will not name names. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus.
The people that are it's probably a Packers fan and a Cubs fan because they're the most highly sensitive.
There is one Packer fan.
It was probably Brennan Denholt. I called him out by name. Nope.
No, it wasn't a big deal. They were just
I called him out by name. I don't doubt he was.
But also good feedback. You know what I mean? People love the pod. We love you guys.
I mean,
subscribe if you haven't. I've been told by a couple people, my own family, that they have not subscribed. So if you're not, hit it now. Yeah,
subscribe. We're staying on the Bears here. A different season, same old Bears to an extent. Now that our defense is popping, it felt like a Rex Grossman game from back in that era. Where
100%
carried us.
Yeah,
but you know what though? You love to see it. Rookie is going to go through pains. It's not always going to be roses and sunshine. I mean, Peyton Manning went through it.
Yeah.
And the fact that this team, I just love this team because you know what? The special teams and Hardy and Owens, they're like, and Jalen Johnson and Stevenson. It's like, you know what? He's not playing well. We have your back.
Yep.
Today's not your day, but you know what? It's not your day, but Williams didn't lose the game. He didn't throw a turnover. That's important.
Which is different because of our past quarterbacks would have lost us that game.
Yes. Like if Williams throws an interception or fumbles it, we might lose that game. We needed everything to happen the way it did to win that game.
Yep. And speaking of people trying to lose us the game.
So I'm irritated because Hard Knocks boosted this man.
My God, did they do that?
They just boosted him. But
not only that, so did Flus, and honestly, Poles did too.
That was such a bad play. So that was our sole turnover.
Yeah,
and that turnover got us down by 17.
And I swear to God, if I see him on another punt return or kick return,
I'm
losing my mind.
I don't mind him being a running back. He did fine with that.
Exactly. I don't either. He looked okay.
Give him 3 to 4 carries a game. I'm okay with that.
Yes. Put him in not big situations, but like different. You know what I mean? Throw a little screen to him or something.
The guy I was digging, DeAndre Carter, man, he did not have a bad return at all.
I'm not gonna lie. The first return he had, again, drinks were flowing. I was like, "Who's this?"
He was the old receiver for the Chargers.
I know.
Come on, man.
Brought him in for that reason, pretty much.
I was all about it. He looked
Caleb
great.
Threw to him a couple times too.
Yeah,
Caleb threw to him a couple times.
But Caleb's got to be better. I liked everything he said post game. He knows it.
Yep.
DeAndre Swift's got to be a little better, but that's not all him. That's the offensive line.
Yeah.
But
there were a few runs he had that got cut short. He looked like he was about to break them for big gains, and then he would just get tripped up.
Yeah, DJ Moore caught everything thrown his way.
I don't know how you feel about this. Didn't like that Herbert didn't touch the ball more than he did.
He couldn't. They didn't have enough plays ran.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
I mean, DeAndre Swift got some carries.
I thought we threw a little bit too much with Caleb.
Well, you're down 17-0.
Well, to start.
And you're trying
out
hard to get Caleb into rhythm, and then these 3 and out.
We got time. Right off the bat.
We were instantly in 2nd and 12. Like, that's not what you want.
Well, it didn't help Caleb's backtracking play when we went to 2nd and 29.
Like every time you get like one play, and then just some penalties. It wasn't a good game, but it was a fun game because that second half was a fun ending.
I'm okay with it because, like we just said a couple minutes ago, that is a game that last year and years prior we lose.
Everyone loses. That's not a game. Not a game you're supposed.
We don't come out winning that game. And
we had 100 and something total yards. You don't win games like that.
Yeah, the fact that we got the W there shows what this team can do. The defense is scary good.
It's real.
Yeah. I will say the other edge, man. They played okay. They definitely towards the end of the game got better. I will say
the Titans offensive coordinator figured out what the Bears are doing for like that first drive. They got beat up, and then they switched up the plays.
Yeah,
and they had about 3 straight drives where they were owning us.
But I will say, Flus in the defense definitely adjusted, and then they figured that out. Yeah. So props to them for at the half figuring out what
they didn't give up anything else the second.
Nope, they didn't give up a damn thing. They played great. Shout out to Simone Biles' husband, Owens, getting that return.
That they called him Mr. Biles.
Mr. Biles, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I think I was like Simone Biles' husband.
I was pumped up. So the first half. How are you feeling in the first half?
So I went to the game. I don't know why I said I went to the game. I went to watch the game at TJ's with Jill, Isaiah, and Molly. And me and Isaiah were pumped. We were screaming. As soon as Pollard scored, me and him looked at each other, and I feel like we had a moment where we were like, uh-oh.
You saw the offense was trending away. You didn't want to see.
The offense wasn't looking good. The defense started giving up bigger runs, and I was like, this is starting to feel like week 1 last year against the Packers.
It gets away from you real flipping quick.
It gets away so quick. And then I will say I was very annoyed with the touchdown to I'm not even going to attempt to say his name. I think it was their tight end, the Titans. Because I thought it was an interception. Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know how we didn't get.
I yelled, and then I'm like, "No!"
I know. I don't know how he missed it. It just went right by him.
And that was after the Bayless Jones, I think.
Yeah. So after that, I was very like, and then when we only got the field goal at the end there,
I was pissed at Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
You got it.
So, yeah, there's no excuses. I don't know.
You're here for that reason. You're paid for that reason.
Yeah. You're here to make Caleb's life easier, and you let him down immediately. So
we needed that.
Yeah. It wasn't fun. But obviously, second half was a good ass time. Not as fun as I would have. Yeah, not as fun as I would have.
It was much of the same, and I'm just like,
I would have loved if those points came from the offense.
But Will Levis just handed the ball off, and I snapped. It was a fun game because of the ending, and you'd end it with saying Caleb Williams growing pains. But it's a nice win because I love that 0-14-1 record of quarterbacks started the first game. They're talking about he's the first quarterback to do it.
But, dude, I'll leave it at this. I'm happy we got the win.
Yes. And now what sucks more, if he was nervous that game, now you go into week 2 on Sunday night football against the Texans, who look pretty good.
What is your honest opinion of that? Do you think he's going to come out balling, or do you think he's going to look a little nervous again?
I'm not going to say the word balling after what I saw last week. I'm not happy about 93 yards. I thought so. I told everybody that was a lot.
I thought minimum 200. Dude.
I thought Caleb Williams was going to rush more, and he only ran one play that was nice.
Let me ask you this, because this crossed my mind during the game, because he's made the comment in the offseason a couple times too. Do you think he purposely was trying not to run because he has said that he doesn't plan on being a runner and he doesn't like to run? And
I don't think he was able to run because they gave him so much pressure and they had a perfect defense on him. I think Titans, they have that Simmons, which did you like the trash talk to Simmons?
Trash talk to Simmons. What was that?
Simmons was getting in Caleb Williams' face, and Caleb Williams said scoreboard.
Oh no, I didn't see any of that. I love it though.
Because Simmons said he was going to talk smack to Caleb Williams about the painted nails, and he got in Caleb Williams' face, and he pointed at the score. He's like, scoreboard.
I love it. And I'll tell you this. I loved when our defense was doing stuff and our special teams. I loved seeing Caleb Williams on the bench, running up and down the sidelines, pumping his fist. I loved him coming out of the tunnel and screaming. I love our players showing emotion like that. Not like I love Fields too, and Fields did it his own way. You know, he was a little bit of a dancer, but the whole screaming thing and just going at people, I freaking love it, dude. I will die on that hill every time, man.
So we know who got the last interception and the game was Mr. Not top 100 player Jalen Johnson.
I loved every minute of that too. He played great. I feel like he got a little lucky on that when he dropped that pick. If Levis didn't underthrow,
it would have been a hell of a pick, but it was still right there.
But he underthrew Ridley. If he led him into the end zone, I think it would have been a touchdown. Yeah.
Levis is still learning too. He's got an arm. He's got weapons though. Like you didn't see many catches by Ridley or Hopkins really.
Yeah, I mean, again, Bears defense played great. The one thing that was killing us was stopping the run.
This can't happen next week, though. If they play this bad next week on offense,
it's gonna be a problem. We'll lose 40 to.
Now this defense.
I don't think our defense. Yeah, I don't think our defense is giving up that much.
Because now you got, Hopkins and Ridley, but Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins.
Are we gonna save it for Wednesday here? Or are we gonna go with our prediction against the Texans here?
Well, we already did. I said this from the get-go, and me and you talked about this when we first started the podcast.
Right, but I mean, obviously during the season things change. You see how they play. You know what I mean? Same.
I will.
But okay, well, what's the score though? What do you got the score being? I'm curious to see if you got them scoring.
With that kind of defense, it's going to be hard to get blown out.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to say
they can also though score 20 and us score 0.
I want to say like a 24-16 kind of game, Texans.
Yeah.
But if the Bears find, I don't think it's gonna happen. If the Bears find a way to steal this, we're gonna have different kind of conversations.
Oh my! I'm warning all of you guys right now, everyone watching,
because it becomes real.
Like Preston said, like this, if the Bears sneak a W here, which no one has them winning.
And by the way, if they sneak a W, it doesn't even matter if Caleb Williams played. He could play as bad as last week. If they
he could throw 2 picks, and if he does a little bit better, but the Bears sneak a W.
It's Bears, a new conversation.
Bears Twitter, Bears everything is going nuts because
I had the Bears. Everyone knows I've had them at 12-13 wins.
Yeah.
But this game here has always been a loss, and every time I picked it.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, as many times as I predicted their schedule, every game, like you said, I've always picked the Bears to lose to the Texans. Not once did I ever pick the Texans to lose.
I've always picked the Sunday Night Football in Houston. I don't see it happening.
Yep, Stroud's going to be pumped. Diggs played good. I'm annoyed that Diggs had a good game.
I just want to see the Bears play a good game, and the reason we lost is just because we played the better team. That's how if that's how we lose.
I would love, dude. How great would it be if we get ourselves into a shootout? It would be annoying because I want our defense to kill them, but I would love just to see Stroud and Caleb go at it. Just
it'd be fun. That's the
future. It'd be so much fun.
That's
it'd be so much
for
fun
the next decade or so. Young coming players.
Stroud I also wouldn't mind Caleb putting up 4 touchdowns in the Bears, shutting Stroud down.
I would love to see the Bears kick their ass. Williams shows up on prime time. NBC.
Because okay. I mean, I'm putting you on the spot here, but has anyone really kept the Texans and Stroud from scoring a large amounts of points?
Yeah, it's been done. I don't have specifics.
I mean, we'd have to look into that. See, this is where we gotta. If you guys get us up there and subscribers, we can hire someone to be our stat guy, and then we can be like, "Hey, Barnabas,
they won 29-20. Oh yeah, I mean, they didn't score a lot in that last game of the season last year when they slipped by the Colts to make the playoffs. That was a pretty low scoring game.
Yeah.
But there we go. That's our Bears. What do you grade them?
Yeah.
How do you grade week 1?
Oh man. Overall grade here, B-. What do you got them?
I got them at C-. That wasn't fun. It wasn't great.
Yeah.
But a win's a win.
Well, the only reason I got them at a B- here is because the defense.
The defense is an A plus.
Yeah.
Or an A. Defense is an A, and the offense is a D-. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's so you know what I mean. Like, man,
and special teams was really good too. Other than the Velus Jones
special
fumble,
teams was very good. Yeah, other than Jones, that's Jones. I could have called. I almost called him Nagy. I could have called Flus and told him if you have him at kick return or punt return, you're an idiot. He's gonna fumble it.
And it was.
I think his first one, right?
And not only did he fumble, he kicked it like 20 yards, right?
Oh my God, I know. If you just dropped it next to you, that's one thing. You literally punted it. You have to be such an F up to do that, man. So frustrating.
Oh man.
But
let's get going. Week 1 happened. More teams than the Bears played.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little deeper here though. The Tyreek Hill situation. Before week 1 even got kicked off. I was annoyed because I woke up, I was ready to watch some pregame stuff. I was hyped. I cracked open a beer, and then I see this bullshit on TV.
It got going. Dude, I was all excited, and they were talking about. Then
that's all they were talking about. And it was
halfway through, Mike Greenberg was just like, hold on, we got breaking news.
Yeah, I guess we'll just get it right into it. We won't stay on it long because it's goes into a lot of other topics of police brutality and whatnot, and that kind of thing. I'm not saying it was, not saying it wasn't. How do you think the police handled the situation?
So from the get-go, obviously it was confusing. They only said what they knew, and then later on they finally got video of it. The video is crucial to all of this. You need to see it because first 100%. Off, I'm with everybody from the get-go. Tyreek Hill, why is he on the face down on the pavement? There's no need for that.
No, absolutely no need for that.
In any situation. I don't unless he's got a gun or something crazy like that. Which I mean, but so the thing that bothered me the most out of all of this is honestly how the cops handled the Calais Campbell situation. That's the thing that irritates me the most.
Yes, that frustrated me. Honestly, that almost got me more heated than the Tyreek Hill thing.
Because Calais Thomas is a humble human being, a great guy. Not saying Tyreek Hill isn't, but Tyreek Hill does have a pass to a degree.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's got a pass.
I'm
sure that could have played into why the police were a little rough.
You can't tell me they didn't know.
Not saying that was an excuse, but
Calais Campbell, I don't know if you watched him on First Take yesterday morning, but he was saying how he didn't even say he was a player. He didn't say he was a football player.
I don't think once he said anything.
Yeah. But so I'll break it down. That's how I felt about it. So after you watch I think it's a 3.5-minute video of the whole thing they have with the body cam. Tyreek Hill was in the wrong from the get-go. If he just was calm from the beginning, rolled your window down, here's my ID, that situation would have ended in 5 minutes.
He did give his ID right away. He rolled his window down and he handed his ID right away.
And then he rolled it up and he kept it up. And he's like, don't you hit my window like that. Don't you hit my window like that. Don't you hit my window like that. The guy barely knocked on your window, dude.
I will say he 100% escalated it when he did the whole window thing. But that does not give you the right as a police officer to demand him to open his door and for him to be dragged out onto the road.
In seconds. It wasn't even like much.
Yeah.
Get out of the car. Actually, I want you out of the car.
He says, get out of the car. And then immediately says, actually, you know what? You're getting out of the car. So you asked him.
And he was getting out.
And then you completely took that away from him and said, actually, you're going to do it whether you want to or not.
And then Tyreek Hill was getting ready to step out and they yank him out. And then he's talking about how he had surgery on his knee and the guy just shoves him down the ground.
That was my other big issue was Tyreek Hill wasn't doing anything. He was cuffed. He was standing still. And because Tyreek Hill was getting mouthy, the biggest aggressor, the cop, runs over to him again, almost puts him in a headlock, and pretty much puts his whole body weight on him and drops him to the ground.
Yes, drops him down, which is over a speeding.
Didn't land on his face or anything. I'm not going to play it up to something it wasn't. But like Tyreek Hill said, that's going to be a lot on your knees, dude. That cop wasn't a small guy, you know.
It's just over a speeding ticket. Like, Tyreek Hill didn't handle it well at the beginning, and he was all, I don't know, probably running late or whatever crap, and just was giving him attitude, but but no need to yank him out of the car at all. And then the Calais Campbell situation, the Jonnu Smith situation was absolutely absurd, and they cuffed him.
Well, yeah, and my issue with that was he was trying to help out his friend. And then they told him, I understand you can't block traffic. He wasn't even blocking traffic. He was off to the side. They were parked
on the curb.
Yeah, they were fine. I still, though, understand you can't park there. But my issue was the cop saying, get out of here, go, go, go. And the one cop was trying to be cool with him. He kept putting his hand on his arm and said, just get out of here. And then the other cop was the aggressor saying, give me your ID. Give me your ID. I want your ID now. And then who was it? The guy in the video?
The other guy with Calais Campbell?
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith, the tight end.
Well, and then he's like, okay, well, he just said I can go. Can I go? And he's like, no, now you're dealing with me. Give me your ID. And it's like, you can't have two cops right in front of you telling you different things.
Calais Campbell.
What are you supposed to do in that situation?
Well, Calais Campbell said he was there. He said most of the cops are cool, but there was one, and he saw he kept
escalating. And I'm assuming that's the one that got fired. Yeah. I don't know for sure.
He wasn't fired, but he got put on administrative leave.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, he needs to be fired.
No, it's ridiculous because that's what gives 90% of cops, 95% of cops, most of them are all good, but you always have those one out of each group that just gets on a power trip.
I'll leave it at this. Did Tyreek Hill help his situation out? Not at all. He was super annoyed. I mean, rightfully so. I would be too.
But he probably was driving fast.
Exactly. He was probably speeding.
So you gotta expect you get pulled over and you're going to a football game. It's the first game.
Yeah, you're getting ready for your game. You're amped. You're ready to go first game of the season. Did he help the situation out at all? No, he did not. Did it deserve him getting dragged out of the car? People landing on him? Just being super aggressive, cussing at him. The cops cussing him. Yes, in front of everybody. Yeah. And then dropping him for a second time. And then yelling more things at him that were just unnecessary. Didn't deserve it at all. Completely, it was stupid. Honestly, the cops could have took a deep breath, handed him a ticket, and said, "Okay, you're good.
Your job." Because Tyreek Hill, he might have been mouthy, he had attitude, but he never posed a threat.
I will say too about the window thing. I get why the cop wanted it down because it was completely tinted black.
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna want to see in the person's car. If he does have a weapon, you know what I mean? The cop's not going to be able to see it.
I mean, I don't know if they knew that at the time, but some players do. But it's more for the protection. But
I mean, again,
cops are supposed to de-escalate the situation, not escalate the situation. That's been a lot of problems. And I hate that it just adds on to this conversation, but it's just
whole thing could have been avoided. And
what did you think of the touchdown celebration?
At first I thought it was a little much, and I was like, that's kind of annoying. Like you're just adding on to it now. But after watching the video of the arrest or detainment, whatever you want to call it, I love it.
I think it makes lighthearted of the situation.
Yeah.
I don't know. It means that because he said Calais Campbell said after that happened, Tyreek Hill said he wasn't playing.
What do you mean he wasn't playing? Like,
as in after that he got arrested, he said he wasn't going to play the game. He didn't feel like playing.
Oh, gotcha.
And then Drew, his agent, said, "You got to play. You got to play. I
mean, I also don't blame him for not wanting to play. If that happened to me, I probably would be crying.
And everyone in the stadium, everyone in the stadium knows it, and it's probably a little embarrassing.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, we'll leave the situation at that.
He balled out and everything.
Had a good game. Did Tyreek Hill things. Good for him.
I think the people that need to be punished will be punished.
I agree. Well, hopefully at least, right? But yeah, just going back on the football, not being, the negative side of things. Who's your biggest surprise for week 1?
Week 1. So this is going to be, there was a couple. The biggest.
Yeah, let me pull up the schedule again here. So I am
shocked by how the Cowboys whooped on the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And just Dak got paid the big contract, big money. And they just went in there. And Mike McCarthy coached his ass off.
Yeah, every part of the Cowboys team looked great. The defense looked great. Michael Parsons looked amazing. Soon to be Bear.
Are you taking back that you said they weren't making the playoffs, Jimmy?
I am not taking that back. I'm not taking that back. But it is. I told you too. I love watching the Cowboys play. I love betting them. I don't know why I hit with the Cowboys a lot. I did not place any Cowboy bets last week.
It would have been hard to bet. I wouldn't touch it week 1.
The one thing I put, I think, was a CeeDee Lamb anytime touchdown, and that didn't hit. So
they manhandled the Browns.
Yeah, they made it
manhandled, and I think it's time to we kept pushing it, saying he's got to play. Deshaun Watson's awful.
Yeah,
he's pathetic.
Glad you brought that up. I think Flacco would have been better off. Yeah,
it's over.
I think he's done.
It's over. He's cooked. He's that year and a half off, and all the drama. And now
he's about 3 massages past due. So
there's another civil case going. So massage therapist abuser, Deshaun Watson. It's over, and
he looks confused. Honestly, you know who he looks like? Kind of Fields.
No,
he looks like Fields out there.
Fields could run.
I mean, he was running.
I think Deshaun Watson got his karma, and I think it goes with something that makes me even think.
Also, let's pump the brakes a little bit. It's week 1. He could absolutely go off.
This isn't week 1 when it comes to him, because this has been something ongoing for a while.
Yeah,
like he has not looked good at all since he's put a. They paid him $200 and something million guaranteed.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And he hasn't. Even when
they're committed
won,
to him.
They literally just need a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And the Browns have everything else.
Yeah. They got a good defense.
Yep. He's still bad.
Come on over, Myles Garrett. We'd love to have you.
This might be the last of Deshaun Watson we see. He's never going to be the Houston Texans wide receiver. That was that wasn't a surprise, but the Cowboys manhandling the Browns was my biggest surprise.
Yeah.
How about yours?
I would say my biggest surprise was the Patriots beating up on the Bengals. Where the hell did that come from?
So this is what happens when you deal with so the Cowboys dealt with drama, but guess what?
Your Super Bowl pick?
Yes. Hear me out though on that. So the Cowboys had a lot of drama. They paid their players.
Right.
T. Higgins isn't paid, and he got hurt. Jamar Chase isn't getting paid yet. All this drama going around. So I forgot the Bengals have had this thing over the last 2-3 years where they start off slow.
Dude,
I don't know if you remember last year.
Oh, it always happens. I would say it goes deeper than 2-3 years, right?
They got beat up by, I forget who they played last year, week 1. They lost the Steelers a couple years ago.
The one year they got beat up by us, week 1 or week something, right? 2 or 3.
I was at that game.
Oh, were you?
That was Fields' first. He came in that game for the first time.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I don't think he was very good.
Roquan Smith was the play of that game.
Yep.
But no.
We picked off Joey B like 3 times, right?
Yeah, it wasn't good for him. But yeah, but no. Bengals started off slow last year. Joe just didn't look good last year. Gerard Mayo, congratulations to him.
Yeah. That team ready.
That was a surprise. That was also one I was looking at too, because Patriots are supposed to be the worst team in the league. We talked about this.
Yeah, I had them bottom for sure.
Defense is good though.
Yeah, they're deep. Me bashing the Patriots had nothing to do with their defense. Their defense is going to be good. I just don't think their offense is on other than Stevenson. You know what I mean? I don't think they really have any.
Yeah, they have a bunch of no-name receivers that you're hoping.
And I wouldn't say some more surprises. Not necessarily surprise. More so just kind of like almost a I told you so, which I think you agreed with. I was impressed with how the Rams played, even without Puka. I know, but they look good. They played a great Lions team. Lions did what we thought they were going to do.
You know what was surprising is how the Lions won that game, because no one had flashy stats.
Oh my God, Amon-Ra, yeah, dude,
he did very little.
I guess that I would put that there. Biggest surprise week one, Amon-Ra not getting
actually, I'll take that a step further. There was not many crazy stat lines this week for week one. There was no one threw a ton of touchdowns. Nobody went on it was very.
Are you talking about all NFL games?
Yes.
I would say Barkley.
I got a spider in my house.
Do you want me to pause?
No, we're gonna go through this. Let me kill this.
Oh yeah, let's go live.
We're going live on here. I ain't playing
now. Is it big?
It's somewhat big.
We gotta see. We gotta see.
You're done. Oh, that thing's hard. Oh my God.
Nice.
We're live. We're live with
the
killing spider.
Same.
We'll get back.
He never showed it.
Nope.
It probably was tiny as hell.
It was about the size of a nickel-ish kind of thing. But yeah, no.
But yeah,
Saquon Barkley went off.
I'm going through the games here, trying to
Jordan Love. We were talking about that a little bit here.
Derek Carr playing pretty well week one.
Nah, he played the Carolina Panthers.
I was gonna say also played the
Panthers. So
we
found out Carolina Panthers are still the Carolina Panthers.
Yes, we can hopefully get that second round pick being very high again.
Oh, that'd be nice. There's a new worst team in the league debate. The New York Giants are in that conversation.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit here. Oh yeah, I don't even think I put that on the topics. Mine and Preston's week one prediction results. I was 12-4. Preston was 11-5. So I got a game.
And we had one different game.
One different game we picked, and that was the Vikings and Giants.
I thought the no quarterback thing was going to hurt, and I guess the team that I thought was going to win is the team that actually did not have the quarterback.
And I listened to I don't know how much you listen to the Barstool guys, but there's a lot of Giant fans over there. And I was listening to them talk about the Giants, and man, are they in shambles right now. They said
have no running back.
They said Burns played like crap. Yeah, the running back played like crap. Neighbors, they said, pretty much was the only one who looked good. Obviously, Daniel Jones looks awful.
He was terrible.
Yeah, they said that they're not happy at all with anyone on the team and that the roster absolutely sucks.
There's a problem. Giants are a problem. The Vikings look fine. Darnold.
I'll tell you, their first issue was giving Jones that deal.
Yep.
That was insane. When they did it, I was like, awesome.
You see the stat line?
I don't think I didn't look at a stat line. I just know
not a stat line for tonight. So since Daniel Jones signed that contract, he hasn't played many games. He got hurt. He's got more pick sixes than touchdowns.
Ooh. That's rough.
Yeah. He's only thrown two. He's thrown, I think it said 2 touchdowns. He's thrown 3 pick sixes.
Wow. And also, since we're on the week one predictions for me and you, if you're watching this now, comment your predictions. We'll add you in on it. We'll keep track of everyone's. You're going to be a week behind now. But we could go off. We'll figure it out. We'll go week to week.
Show us what you think, or comment on ours. So
hop on in. Let us know if you agree, disagree. Get some comments in there. Let's keep the conversations flowing.
So I lost 5 games. So that means I lost the Ravens. I lost the Browns. I lost the Giants. I lost the oh man, I had it in my mind before I started here.
We lost the Patriots Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals, and then that's 4 for me. And then we got one more between me and you that we lost. Who was that?
Falcons Steelers.
Yeah, which there's another one. Kirk Cousins didn't look great. I know it's rusty, but it's not kill a man.
I'll say TJ Watt alone won the Steelers that game.
Yes.
He 100% did. That dude is a monster.
So Justin Fields took the job for
Justin Fields, my boy.
Justin Fields. He played all right. Yeah,
I kind of feel like it was a Fields game, and I feel like that's the best you're gonna get out of him.
It sucks. They won with a guy kicking 6 field goals. That was all.
Oh my god, dude, that's insane. The field goals he was
all
in.
You need.
Yeah.
I mean, Fields.
Take it from a Bear fan.
he managed the game.
Yeah.
And you told me today. I think I saw that they're going to start him, and Russell Wilson will not he was not going to get the revenge game against the
Tomlin said as of right now, Fields is getting the week 2 start. I don't think that Wilson is unhealthy. I really think that
it's odd.
It's weird. It's totally weird what's happening.
They said he was inactive, but Russell Wilson was dressed in pads.
Yes.
On the
I think he got told last minute.
He was trying hard. He was trying hard.
Yeah.
And I don't blame Tomlin for doing it, because if he's not healthy, especially I think it's his calf. It's hard. He didn't look right in warm-ups. He couldn't pivot it.
And staying on this injury topic here, I want to bring another thing up too. What was up with the McCaffrey last minute inactive status?
So
that was also weird, and I think they without actually, I think they cheated.
Well, if everything happened with how Mason said, that they're in trouble.
Yeah,
because you're supposed to report everything.
Well, and then Mason being really disappointed during the press conference and being like, "This is why I don't like talking to y'all," which I fully agree with. I mean, someone's trying to catch someone in a lie.
They asked
and I
him,
think Shanahan.
Oh yeah. They told me Friday night.
He probably was. He probably like all weekend was like, hell yeah, you know what I mean?
Shanahan.
I think that's on the Niners, man. You cannot expect your running back to lie for you.
Shanahan came up and straight up just said, like, we told him his reps were going
to be ready. Increase. To be ready, you're going to play more. Yeah, bullshit. You told him he was starting.
I don't know. I mean, he probably did Achilles tendonitis. That sounds brutal.
Well, and then they interviewed McCaffrey, and I forget the exact quote, but he pretty much made it sound like it was something weird. I don't know. He looked at the camera weird, and he made a gesture that was kind of like a little uncomfortable, like, oh shit, like someone fucked something up somewhere. I can't say what it was. Obviously, I don't know for sure.
Regardless, the
situation was handled poorly.
And then Mason, who was the third stringer, because Elijah Mitchell is supposed to be the backup,
played like an animal, dude.
Torched the Jets defense. Rodgers looked fine, I guess, but he didn't look.
Do you think? Okay, I made a tweet and then I quoted my own tweet, and then I was gonna make another one. I originally said, "Am I the only one that thinks Rodgers does not look healthy?" He looked like he was struggling coming out of center to hand the ball off to Hall. He looked like he was like, oh God, like
it's probably a guy.
First game, maybe, you know what I mean?
I think he's worried. He didn't want to get hit. He didn't. And
he said he felt great, but boy, to me, he looks slow as hell.
Also, Jimmy, he's 40 years old. He's older.
I don't care. Tom Brady looked quicker than he did.
Little rust, yeah, but Tom Brady did tear his Achilles.
He tore his ACL.
Big difference.
How is that? I've never torn either. I have healthy. I have healthy HLS and healthy assholes.
But your calf, that's a ligament. I mean, obviously both are ligaments, but your calf is definitely.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Dr. P Dog.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think all your weight when you throw the ball. A lot of
he's also not speaking from experience here. He's just kind of talking out of his butt.
I always hear you.
He's had an injury to 0 of these.
You hear all the time though that torn Achilles is worse than a torn ACL.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak because
you see from like running backs experience. We've seen running backs come back from torn ACLs and be better.
I just always feel like ACL's the bad one.
They're both bad. They're both season ending.
Yeah.
Achilles can be career ending.
Now I'm thinking about all my my favorite athletes with ACL tears, and I got one in mind, and I want to cry thinking about it.
Who?
Don't make me say it. Yep.
Yeah, we're both. That's like a negative.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would give 100 ACLs to Derrick Rose.
But no, this league. But week 1 was fun. It was crazy early on, like the Hill, the Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Just the games itself. Watching all.
It was a good week 1. It was a good.
The Bears win was probably the craziest of all of them. The comeback.
Yeah. I have no complaints about anything that happened. Puka getting hurt kind of bummed me out. He's on my fantasy team, and I love Puka. I feel like I don't know. I feel like when I think a player is a good guy off the field, and I'm like, man, he just seems so happy all the time. Yeah. I root for those guys. You know what I mean?
I will say,
but it really bummed me out.
This week 1 was different though, because in most cases, when you see all these MRIs and stuff, I feel like you always see torn ACL out for the year, torn ACL out for the year.
True.
I feel like this year we had like 10 serious injuries that all got taken back and said best case scenarios happen. Like Jordan Love. So Jordan Love getting hurt. I bragged about it, but it's more so Jordan Love does not deserve to get hurt. Jordan Love is a good guy. Is he overpaid? Probably, but that's not on him. That kid doesn't deserve to get hurt.
Yeah.
Packer fans deserve their quarterback to get hurt.
Yes. 100% what you said. No, if you got a fan rooting for someone to be hurt, they're a lame fan.
Don't twist my words around like they always. Well, no, I don't root for Jordan Love. I root for Packer fan misery.
And what I said, so there's this, there's 2 people on social media specifically that are big influencers as far as Bear fans go, and then Packer fans go. And it's a girl, and she started crying when Love went down on her live, and I was laughing, and in my head I was thinking I wasn't rooting that Love was hurt, but in my head I kind of like had a comment like you were thinking was couldn't happen to a better group of people, meaning Packer fans.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because of how they treat the whole quarterback situation.
Yes.
And, you know what I mean? The things that they say. And it's a back and forth thing. Both sides do it. I'm not saying we're better than them. They're better. You know what I mean? Whatever. But my first thought was, and I think I commented on her live, was couldn't happen to a better group of people too. You know what I mean?
Because Jordan Love's nothing. He's a good guy. He says the right things. He's worked his way up. And
also, when we kicked their ass towards the end of the year, I don't want an excuse from Packer fans or the Packer players. Oh, we were on our second string quarterback. Of course you beat us. I don't want that excuse. I want to beat your ass with Jordan Love. Ooh-wee. I could just picture him running for his life.
Now they got to start Malik Willis for the next, 3 to 4 games?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. We'll see.
They play the Colts.
They didn't really give a number on it yet.
They play the Colts next week, which Colts look decent. They had a couple of issues, but they look decent against the Texans. They were in it. If the Packers go 0-2,
if Malik Willis plays, I don't know who they got the following weeks. It depends how many weeks Love's out for.
They got one really easy game. I forgot who it was. I think it might have been the Titans.
I was gonna say it might be the Titans.
I know they got the Colts, which they can lose.
They got the Colts this week, I believe.
Coming up here, which they can lose. And then they got I think it's the Titans after that. Could be wrong.
If it's Malik Willis, I got him losing for sure.
I think so.
Malik Willis is not going to move the ball, and he's still new to that offense.
He just showed up less than a month ago.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way he knows that offense enough to where crazy to me that he's the number 2 quarterback.
And the Colts just went toe to toe with the Texans, just came up short.
Yeah.
But Anthony Richardson is still going through growing pains. He's still some of the rookies.
He was throwing flat-footed and throwing
bombs. He was all over the place. One minute he looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Then he come back around and you're like, ugh.
Yeah. Kind of what I was talking to you about, the Colts being on the edge of a playoff team for me. It's all going to depend on his play and if he can stay healthy.
They're a perfect definition of 8-9, 9-8.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, we'll end this episode doing our top fives.
We got our power rankings. Start us off, Jimmy. Do your top
which
five.
Is kind of impossible to do.
Hey, this is a Jimmy G list. His top 5 teams after week 1. Who impressed you the most? Who were the 5 teams?
We start from 5.
You do your 5 through 1, then I'll do my 5 through 1.
All right, at 5, I got the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
Kind of what we were talking about earlier.
Team, though.
Not a playoff team. I'm just week 1 as of right now. They look good. Dak looked good. Got that deal done. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb looked good. The defense looked great. Micah Parsons is a beast. They didn't struggle like I thought they were going to against that Cleveland defense.
However,
I was pretty impressed.
On the road.
And on the road. Not an easy place to play. So I thought they perfect fit for a number 5 slot there. Number 4, I have the Eagles. Eagles basically did what they always do. They look good. Hurts struggled to start. Calm down towards the middle and end there. Barkley looked great, which is good for them. Am a little bit worried about his workload though. He's not super young anymore. He's an aggressive back. He's going to make those hard cuts. But they look great. They got a shit ton of weapons over there, and I think they're going to be a top team in the NFC. Number 3, I got the Lions. Nothing really to say. Lions look great. Montgomery looked amazing. They obviously have a great 2-headed monster with Montgomery and
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Gibbs. And then Jameson Williams looking pretty good.
He got hurt. He came back though, didn't he?
Yeah, speedster. I think he had like 140 something yards and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, or was it just a touchdown?
I think it was 1.
Yeah, but he looked good. Again, what we talked about earlier. Shocked Amon-Ra didn't get more touches. But Lions offense is stacked. Their
Rams are a fine team too.
Yeah. Exactly. Number 2, I got the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, you got to respect them. Super Bowl champs, back to back. I don't really think that they played a bad game. I think they let the Ravens hang around way too long. But Chiefs doing Chiefs things. And then number 1, I got the Niners. Absolutely destroying the Jets with no McCaffrey, which is very impressive. The defense looked amazing. Fred Warner looked like an absolute monster, blowing up everybody. And then the offense looked good. Ayuk had a couple drops, but that's what you get when you don't play all preseason and you hold out. Yeah. Debo looked good. Kittle, obviously, he's around. Didn't have a great game, but I mean, he's Mr. Reliable. He's a blocker. He's also going to be reliable catching the ball. He's not going to have many drops. But yeah, I going up against that Jet defense, that's not a bad defense, putting up as many points as they did. I thought was really impressive. So that's my top 5.
Say it again, from 1 to 5.
1 to 5. 1 Niners, 2 Chiefs, 3 Lions, 4 Eagles, 5 Cowboys.
I love the list. I love it.
Let's hear yours. What do you
got? We got the same 5 teams. A little different order.
Guys, I promise this isn't rehearsed. We don't talk about our list to each other. We always wait until the episode. We talk a little bit before the episode, and if we start talking about something, we say wait till the pod.
So I like it. A little different order though. So 5, I got the Cowboys.
All right.
4,
I like it.
4, I got the Lions. I just thought they played well. I just want to see them play a little better. But they're the Lions. They're great. They showed they showed last year it's not a fluke, that they're here to stay. Beating the Rams with that's not easy. Rams are a good team. They may not be like I don't think they're a top team, but they're a good team.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lions are 4 right now. We had to go to overtime, but they did ground and pound it at the end to win it.
Yep.
Number 3, I got the Eagles. Saquon Barkley was a huge addition, and they showed why. Their defense helped.
Yep.
Their defense didn't look great.
Did not look great.
But you got AJ. You got not AJ Brown. You got AJ Brown.
They did not trade him. Contrary to Preston's beliefs.
You got AJ Brown and Devontae Smith balled.
Yep.
And it's just
a bunch of reliable guys over there.
Jalen Hurts was pretty good the second half. Like you said, he struggled though, but I still think they look like they're a team to reckon with.
Yeah, I agree.
If they can't stop you, they're going to outscore you.
Yep.
Number 2, I got the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy looked like Brock Purdy, game manager. He just isn't gonna. He's just gonna do the throws he has to make.
Yep.
And if you win a game when you find out McCaffrey's not playing right before the game, and you just throw Mason in,
find out right before the game.
You plug and play, and the Jets just can't stop you. Like Debo's, they got Debo and Ayuk, and they're only going to get better.
Stacked.
I mean, it's only week 1, but boom.
Yep.
And then the Chiefs, they're number 1 until you show me they can't be number 1. That's my biggest argument with what you picked, but I don't blame you because the Niners did look damn good.
Yeah.
Chiefs didn't get knocked off yet since they won the Super Bowl. They came in. The Ravens are a pretty damn good team.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs they held to 20 points. Pacheco's a dog, and he didn't really even go off that much, but he's still a dog.
My deciding difference between the two were Chiefs almost blew that game. It was a toe difference.
Yeah,
as to where the Niners dominated.
You say that Ravens are a better team than the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, rusty. Lamar Jackson's the MVP. But no, and I thought about putting the Ravens at 5. They lost.
I did too.
They lost.
I figured I couldn't give a loser the 5 spot yet.
And they're right there. Like they're my honorable mention at 6.
Yeah.
But Cowboys just look so good.
Yeah.
And that was the most shocking. I know the Patriots have the most shocking win, but the Cowboys have the most shocking type of win.
Yep.
And I'm excited for week 2. We got a Bills Dolphins.
It's gonna be jam packed
on Thursday.
Yep.
Another thing.
Yeah.
All those people that thought Josh Allen was overrated, he balled.
We'll see.
He balled.
We'll see.
He's Superman.
Cardinals could have beat him.
It's 4 touchdowns.
That's all right. Cardinals could have beat him.
Give me a thumbs up when you start playing the music because I can't hear it.
I have not yet. But
okay.
I will do that.
Give me a thumbs up for I know I'm talking. Okay. All right.
Do you not hear it?
That was this podcast stock where we talk Bears football.
Good episode. We will release our week 2 picks
tomorrow
Wednesday.
Afternoon.
Yes. Oh yeah, that is tomorrow. So tomorrow sometime, keep an eye out for that video.
Yep.
Again, make picks with us. Yeah. Subscribe to our channel. We love you guys. Thank you again. As always, we out here.
This podcast sucks.